Okay, so now I've got the next stage in my attempt to get the Buick to run cool. The fairing that I built, or the cowling that I built, has actually, I think, made a difference. Putting this fan back on has made a difference, improved it. I just yesterday swapped the plugs and retimed the car, and it was actually retarded. Not that that should make it run hotter, but not as well as change the power valve in the carburetor, and all of that has made a big difference. But now my idea is to make a spacer for the fan so that it will be closer by roughly 40 millimeters to the radiator, and that should make a noticeable difference too. So I'll machine this up and we'll see how we go. So here's the final result. So just bore in the back so that that'll fit onto the water pump fitting, and then the boss on the front to keep that aligned. So these bolts are the original bolts, 5/16 by 18 TPI, but they are obviously too short, so I will now go and buy some longer ones and we'll see if we can get it fitted onto the car again. There is the spacer in place. So that fan was previously about 80 mil off the radiator, and now it's around 40 or so, because that's a 40 mil spacer. So that should make a substantial difference to how much air comes through the radiator too. So now, before when we did this, it wasn't pulling it in through the front of the car, and now look at that, it's all coming through the radiator. It's just being pulled in and then it's sucked straight through the radiator. So the difference is huge. Just give it another go. You see, but even a little bit coming in there, it's just getting sucked straight in through the radiator. So moving that fan has made a big difference. So temperature gauge now is just coming up to quarter. We haven't taken it to drive yet, but that is definitely pulling a lot more air through the radiator now than it was before. So here we are, and it's just pulling it straight into the radiator and just pulling it straight out. You can see the smoke is just coming straight, the smoke machine smoke is coming straight out. Whereas previously it was coming underneath the front of the car, from underneath and pulling up and around inside of there. So I think that a lot of that, okay, that'll do. I think a lot of that is due to the spacer, but I'm sure the cowling is doing something as well. So we may have a triumph here. We'll wait and see how we go.